That's right. I'm live, or so they tell me. Well, well, well. Why am I here today? That's a good question. And that is the answer. It's going to take me a few minutes to warm up and get this ball rolling. The truth of the matter is, I'm out here by myself right now and I know it. And it really makes a difference. But that being said, the show must go on. So here's the deal. For years, I've been using Premiere Pro to edit my content. In fact, for almost 20 years, I've been using Adobe products. But then they went to the subscription model, and I was never happy with that. And I've spent thousands of dollars on a program that I do not own. Every month, I send them money. But if I stop paying that money, I have no access to any of the work I've done, any of my videos, any of my photography. I'm held hostage if I want to see my own work at a later date, but I don't want to own the program anymore. I should be able to buy the program, own it, and it should work until the day I die. But that's not the way it works, not with Adobe. So recently, I came across Davinci Resolve 17. I've actually known about it for a couple of years, but I was reluctant to change ships, so to speak. But I finally decided to do it. I've been at it for about 6 months now. And I'm right now in the process of wrapping up my next project, edited content for my channel. And I'm getting more comfortable using the program. And the more I use it, the more I like it. And I'm going to show you a little bit about it. So let me start off by showing you what I'm working on. Before I do that, I guess I should turn off the music or at least turn down the audio, huh? Because what's playing in the background kind of sucks, frankly. Let's see what we got here. There we go. It's a little bit better, but we're not going to play with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go for a little bit of a spin here. I'm going to take you off the cradle, all right? So I'm going to swing you around. And that, dear friends, is the current project that I'm working on. I'm actually in the process of color grading. And as you can see, Davinci Resolve is a very robust program. I would say it's more robust than Premiere. I will say this, for me, the learning curve has been very steep, but everything I learn, I am using, and it's very productive in the end. Give you an idea, let's see, I'm gonna swing you over, not the media pool. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold this steady for you, and at the same time, click the right button. Okay, so let's see, let's get a different shot. What do we want to look at? Skis, mountains, pretty girls somewhere? Okay, well, that's not exactly a pretty girl, but I think you can recognize that fellow. So I think what I'm going to do is, now I've done that, I'm going to put you back on the, again, I just want you to have an idea of what the editing process looks like. I don't know how many of you are content creators yourselves, but to produce a quality, at least in my opinion, a quality product, it takes weeks, if not sometimes months, to decide on the topic, come up with the script, get permission if it's necessary to shoot on location somewhere, then bring it back, import all the footage, give you an idea of what that would look like, import all the footage, Go through that footage, determine what is the most important footage to use to tell your story with. Pick the music. Music's down here, the music track. Do special effects, put in titles, such as here. Okay? There's a lot to it. But before we go on, I'm going to turn this back around. Hey, I see 3 likes. Well, that's cool. Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, so I know it's a little awkward, isn't it? But I'm going to try my best to make it so you can see and we can see each other and talk about what's on the screen. I've made some notes. I'm not shy about talking about it. I have too many ideas and I can't keep them all up here, so I have to write them down. But once I've written them down, I don't remember them, half of them anyway. So I have to refer to my notes. Oh, and I might as well address one of the elephants in the room. I don't know if you can tell or not. I'm going to make it quite plain and quite clear. I'm going to come right up to the camera and see if you can see that. Can you see all of this on my face? Huh? See how red that is? Now, you may say, well, Bob, you must have been exposed to some kind of alien radiation. Well, you're not too far off. Sort of. No, the fact of the matter is, I'm dealing with the big C word on my face. And hang on here. I want to bring this up a little bit for you. I want to be able to sit back and be able to talk to you clearly. Hang on. Me and my desire for the perfect picture, huh? There you go. That's much better. I have what's called basal cell carcinoma. I've had it for at least 7 years, I think. About every 3 years, I have to go through treatment. That treatment involves putting this on it. Let's see if we can get that there where you can read it. Can you see that clear enough? That's Fluorosil. It's a form of, you might say it's kind of a form of chemotherapy. And what it does, it burns the upper dermis of the skin away that's got the C in it, the big C word, which you're not allowed to say on certain platforms. And you apply it twice a day for 2 weeks, and then after that, it starts to burn. Your face tingles. It's not horrible. It's manageable, and then it starts to scab and flake off. In about another 2 weeks, my skin should be back to normal, theoretically. We'll see. On top of that, I recently, since we're into medical stuff right now, I recently had some dental work done. Oh, that was fun. Actually, it wasn't horrible either. But I had a root canal done on Friday, 4 hours in the chair, with a crown added to it after it was completed. And, if you don't have dental insurance, it's going to cost you a pretty penny to have dental work done. So I highly recommend that if you can get dental insurance, do it, because in the long run, it'll be worth it. And for those who don't know, if you neglect your teeth, they can affect the rest of your body, particularly the heart, because the infection gets into the bloodstream and goes blink right to the heart. But enough of all that kind of doom and gloom talk. I don't want, it's not going further on that. No, let me go ahead and talk a little more about Davinci Resolve. Okay, so I'm going to bring that back up for a moment. This is a pretty amazing program. I don't know if you can see all that back there. First of all, I've told you why I don't like Premiere. Well, now let me tell you why I like this program. And the number one reason, it's free. I get it for free. Now, there is an upgrade version. And you know what? It's only $295, and you get all future updates for free. That's right. So there's no reason to be using Premiere when you can use this. Now, again, it's got a very steep learning curve, but it's worth it. And there are some great YouTubers out there teaching you how to use it. One's called Learning Curve. No, not Learning Curve. Learn Color Grading right there. Can you see that? In fact, I guess I'll have to. This guy is really, really thorough and detailed. And I like the way he presents. He's clear, he's concise, and it's all right there. Let's go ahead and we'll take you for another spin, all right? Hang on. Here we go. Okay, this is the channel I'm talking about. Learn color grading. You know, YouTube is an amazing thing. I'm going to try and steady this for you guys. Again, you know, that's a tough thing. I want to use the mouse, but I'm trying to hold this, you know, kind of steady for you. See if we can do it this way. Sorry about that, but anyways, this guy is really good. The other one, let's see, was it, where was it? That's me. Okay. No, I must have, well, hang on, dang it. That's the one thing about being live. You know, things can go wrong, and that's just the way life is. Anyways, let's go back to Davinci Resolve. So the things I liked about it, many more features. For one thing, you get the ability to add titles, really cool titles. It's all built in. It has all kinds of effects built in. It's got more bells and whistles than I can even begin to tell you about. It has built-in tracking. Just too much. One of the interesting things about it is how you color grade the video. Now, when you first get, in fact, let's see if we can do it this way. See if I can bring this up close enough for you so you can see it, and I can operate the mouse without you. Which is that light? We'll get that light out of the way for the moment. How's that? Huh? That's better. Okay. And actually, this is what I want you to see here. So this is, we're going to have to. This is a struggle, but so is life. I'm going to bring this up close for you. I want you to get a good shot of that. Okay, so you can at least get to see. This here is what's called a node. Okay, you use the nodes to add different kinds of controls to changing the image. In this case, color correction. You will start with a basic node which has no correction on it. Then what you're encouraged to do is you can add multiple nodes. So for right now, I'm going to add one right now. I'm just going to go over here, and I've got a preset that I've already built. Where'd it go? Come out wherever you are. Where are you, dear node? Add node, add node, add node. Not add nodes, add nodes. There you go. Add node, shared node. Okay, this node has, let's see. Yeah. Well, I should have thought this out a little bit better, I think. C'est la vie. Okay. So there it is. Now you can see the node I just added called shared node. That's just the label I gave it. But what I've done is I've put my basic color space information into that node. Now that goes on to every clip that I have. Okay? Now, and I'm not trying to give you a detailed instruction. I just want to give you kind of a quick overview. So then you can come down here and you can add another node, okay? And we're just going to do an experiment just to give you an idea. So I'm adding a serial node. Okay, now I can come over here. Now we're going to watch this, and we're going to play with we're going to click on that node, and we're going to adjust the curves, okay? So I'm going to pull back here. Now watch what happens. This is the contrast. I can change the contrast, right? Now what's nice is that if I don't like what I'm doing up here, boom, I just delete that, and everything I've done is gone. So watch, we're just gonna delete that node. Boom. Non-destructive. I'm back to where I was. Okay, and you might as well see what your footage looks like, at least off of that. This is all, everything I've shot here is off of this iPhone that I'm holding in my hand now. So you can see that the image is kind of washed out. The truth is, it's not a bad image. It's the way the phone shoots. It gives you so much information. You start out with this kind of an image, and then you come back here and you add your nodes, and you can build whatever style you want. Hang on here. I'm going to push you down for a second. How's that? So you don't want to be flying around. I'm going to add that node back. Okay, so I've got the node. Now, so I've already got that node. So now, like I said, I could add all kinds of nodes here. I'm going to add a node. Okay, this is an unlabeled node. Now, for example, I could add a LUT, and I can't remember what LUT stands for, so forgive me. You know, what can I tell you? I forgot. You know what? No, I'm not, because I can't remember where I put the LUT. All right. That's the way it goes. Like I said, it's a live stream. As long as we're all having a good time here, that's what counts. No, what really counts is I'm providing you with hopefully some good information, okay? So, now that we've covered that, one of the things I want to talk about, and boy, it's getting a wee bit warm in here. The weather here in California has started to warm up a bit. So that's another story. I guess one of the things I want to talk about, as you can see, in fact, here's the deal. First of all, if you like this video so far, this live stream, would you consider maybe leaving a comment or maybe a thumbs up or even subscribe to the channel? And by the way, I have a Discord, and the link to that Discord server is in the description box, along with links to the two video channels that help me learn how to use this program. I'm in the process of redefining my channel and redefining myself. For a long time, being a content creator was kind of a casual thing to me. But in the last year or so, I've tried to be a little more dedicated, professional, and try to really grow the channel. And it's growing. I'm approaching 5,800 subscribers. Not a lot, but for me it is. And now I'm going to take it to the next step. For those who you've been following me regularly, you know that I have put out, hey, Alas, great, glad you made it. For those who don't know, Alas is watching all the way from England. Since the last week of December 2021, I have been live streaming every weekend. Once a week I live stream, come rain or shine, whether I feel like it or not. That's part of being professional. You do it whether you like it or not. Hopefully you're liking it, but some days you don't feel like it. And to be honest, today is one of those days. The reason that's the case is because I wanted to work on this. I mean, I've been busting my rear on this on editing for 2 weeks. I mean, I shot this over a month ago. And in fact, I had put the whole project together and thought I was finished. And I came back from the doctor's office, from the dental office on Friday, and thought, well, I'll tough it out and I'll work on it some more. The more I worked on it, the more I screwed it up and I ruined it. And I was, frankly, really blue about it. I was down in the mouth, so to speak, no pun intended. But I talked to a friend who's a content creator. I would call him one of the top content creators on YouTube. And he gave me some encouragement. In fact, it was by accident. I read it in one of his posts. And I read that and I realized But he struggles in some ways with some of the same problems I do. I just didn't realize it. And then when I chatted with him, he sent me a link that was very helpful, and he wrote some words that helped me refocus my desire to keep going. And I knew in my heart, because I've had it happen before, usually when you screw something up, leave it alone, come back the next day when your brain is fresh and start over. And you will discover that what you make of what you had is actually going to be better than what you had. And that's what's happened here. Plus, with the information I was given in that video and from other videos and from that friend's advice, I'm really excited about this project. I can't wait to put it up. But that's another thing I've learned. Patience. I'm a very impatient person, sadly. I need to be much more patient than I am. But I'm learning to say, you know what? I am not going to release this video until I can push it as far as I can to make it the best thing. If you're going to spend your time to watch my work, then I owe it to you to do the very best I can so you get something that's of quality and it's entertaining. And that's what I think this is. And that brings me to something I want to talk about right now. I have a Discord server. I have a lot of, for me again, a lot of people on there. People who are supporting me, both with words of encouragement and, frankly, with financial support too. Not a lot, and frankly, I'm not asking for it, but I am thankful when I get it because it does help. But I want to call out a couple of people right now that I think, and mind you, these people the people I'm listening to haven't necessarily all supported. Because I'm not calling them out because of the money, because there's some here that it's not. It's because of the way they've encouraged me to keep going. One of them is Katayama, and the other one is a fellow by the name of Michael Sassano. And then there's a guy named Scorpion Core. There's Ramsey Silent, and then the administrator of the Discord server. On one server he's known as Hello Hi 821. On my server he's known as Gamma Rayburst. I like that name. And these guys help keep me going. Now, as I said, I've created some goals for myself. Goal number 1, live stream once a week. Goal number 2, to put out 1 edited video a month. Now, that's to get me trained to look at this. I don't want to say it's a job, but it is a job in the sense that you just can't, do it willy-nilly. So now I'm having to come up with good ideas. What should I broadcast? Because my original channel was a kind of a comedy show. And there's still humor, I hope, in what I'm doing, but it's not the type of show that I was doing 10 or 15, not 15, but 10 or 11 years ago. Even 2 years ago, I was doing more cooking shows, and I'm still going to do cooking shows, but now I'm more focused on doing videos about people and places and things. In fact, I'm fortunate that I worked in the film business very tangentially in the 80s, but I've got to know some people that are still friends. And I've talked to 2 of them recently, and I might actually be doing stories on both of them. One of them is Greg Jean. Now, if any of you have seen Close Encounters, that mothership, Greg built that. If you've seen Avatar or Oblivion or some of the Star Trek TV series, you'll see Greg's work there. He's a great guy, and there's a real possibility that we'll sit down, have a chat with him, and we'll do a story about Greg. Another person is Brian Usna. Have you seen the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? He was the producer on that. He also did, I believe I got that right, his other claim to fame that I remember, that's how I first met him, was a film, a project called Reanimator. It was a horror film. A lot of fun, kind of silly and crazy and gory. And Brian and I have been talking for over a year about my coming up to LA and doing a story on him, visiting his place. But again, I can't just do this, like I've done in the past, shooting from the hip. I've got to work out a plan. And that reminds me, if you're not a content creator and you just watch material, you may not realize just how much effort goes on behind the scenes for these people. They will put in some cases, 40, 50 hours, maybe more per project. Just for this live stream alone, I had to prep at least 3 hours in advance. I had to make notes. I had to look up information. I had to get the live stream ready for posting so it'd go live at a certain time. It's not just, turn on the camera and start shooting away. I mean, there are some people, I guess, that do that, and some are good at it, but I'm not one of them. I have to plan. And so that's something else I wanted to tell you about. So I'm going to swing this back around here for right now, simply because I want to be comfortable. If you don't mind, there's the light. We'll go through a little more of this, and I'm going to try to, not go too much longer. I've covered. Oh, yes. I want to tell you about another idea I have, and I don't want to tell you too much about it because I don't want somebody else to take my idea and run with it. But I will show you a picture. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I can do this for you. Yeah, we'll go there. Okay, you're gonna go for a ride again. Hang on. I'll hold you a little more steady this time. Can you see that? Looks like Star Trek, doesn't it? That's because it is Star Trek. But a Star Trek you have never seen until now. It's a Star Trek you can go to in person. And you know what they do? Hey, Nash, there's another one of those great supporters. Thank you again, Nash, for the links you've sent me and the videos and your encouragement too. Yep. In fact, it was Nash who turned me on to that story idea. And I can't wait to do it. I've already talked to the guy, and he's open to it. Now we just have to, plan it. It's probably going to be a couple of months before we even get around to it. One thing, I want to get all this, stuff done on my face. Though that really shouldn't, hold us up too much. If I have to show my alien face to you, well, that's what we're going to do. And I guess that really kind of brings us to the last part of this live stream. I think I've covered everything. If you're watching this in a replay, or if you're there right now, if you have a suggestion or an idea, would you mind putting it into the comments section? I'm looking for ideas. I want to know what you'd like, what direction you'd like me to go to. Now, I know what direction I'm going to go in, but you know what? I don't have to be so rigid that I can't alter course a little bit, especially if there's ideas that my viewers want to see, right? Oh, and that's one more thing. Shh. This is just between us, okay? I'm thinking about starting a Patreon page. Now, I'm not going to do it right away. I got to prove to myself, and to you guys for that matter, that I'm worthy of Patreon support. That means I have to put out a lot more content. I've got to make the content better. And then if I'm going to do a Patreon page, I've got to come up with the perks that will go along with the support. And I've been thinking about it, but so far, I can't come up with anything that I would like to see. The anime conventions and cosplay is our vehicle conventions. Well, yeah, now, Scorpion. That's a possibility. Yeah, I used to be very involved with conventions. In fact, back in the 80s and 90s, I was very involved with the San Diego Comic Con as a guest. I had produced a film called Superb Man, the Other Movie. In fact, you can see on my channel the behind the scenes video of that and also the trailer for that. It's a 30-minute film. It had Kirk Allen, the original Superman, had Bob Burns, who played, I can't remember the gorilla's name. I want to say Kogar, but I don't think it was Kogar. It was, oh, I've forgotten his gorilla's name. But anyways, go check it out. You can look it up on IMDb. You know, if you go look for Superb Man on IMDb, you'll find out. Yes, do what you know. You're right, Nash, exactly. Which is why I'm going in this different direction. I have a lot of contacts in the film business, and I want to talk to some of those people. I want to talk to some of those people and see how many more will be involved. In fact, anyone who's watched the Japanese Saki sisters, who I've been on their channel, they've been on my channel. Well, Coco was a film producer, a Japanese film producer. And in fact, she worked with Brian Usna. And, you know, she's another person I might talk to. It's a tough thing. And, you know, now I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to kind of just regurgitate. I don't want to go over the same ground. I got to provide information that's salient, fun, and helpful to you, the viewer. So you know what? I'm going to wrap this up. I think I've said enough. I've been on here, what, 32 minutes? That's pretty good. So, well, thank you, Alas. Oh, hey, yeah, you know, thank you. You just reminded me of one thing, okay? So, for everybody, hang on here 1 second. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Speaking of the server and speaking of cooking on Nash, I just missed that. So I don't know what you said. Sorry about that. Wish there was a way to retrieve that after. I had to wait like 24 hours. So this is the UFO Bob Discord server. And this is a post by one of my viewers, Megan. And we have a section where you can post your own cooking pictures and your own recipes and, you know, anything else that you want, you know, talk about when it comes to food, you know. And then we'll see, what else do we have here? We have, you know, we have our basic things, general chat. You can see whatever's the newest upload. Oh, also, if you become a member on this Discord server, you get advance notice by at least an hour of when I'm going to be live, or of any projects I'm going to do. In fact, that reminds me. Oh my, and it's always fun to keep coming up with things to remember. I'm going to be posting a private video on the Discord server of what the first rough cut. I was saying it would be fun to see you go through the process of making a prosthetic mask if you knew someone in the business. Actually, I do. Oh, come on. God, I'm having, you know, a brain seizure. Gosh, that would be brilliant. Okay, one of the films I did when I was in film school was a film called Salvation for the Planet of the Apes. Bill, what's Bill's name? Bill lives out in Phelan, and I can't remember Bill's last name. He learned from John Chambers, who created the Planet of the Apes makeup, how to do it. And then him and another woman used to tour the convention circuits as the characters Zira and Cornelius from the Planet of the Apes movies. And this was the original prosthetics, and he was really good at it. And yeah, so I need to go back out and see Bill and have him, you know, talk. He had the molds. He's what we call a maker in the business. You know, he physically makes things. It's not digital. It's real. It's something you can hold in your hands, like this face. Isn't it a lovely face? So yeah, good ideas. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I want the community to be involved in helping and direct what type of things I can cover. Now I won't be able to cover everything, obviously, but I'll do my best to do that and do it as well as I can. So as I was saying, yes, thank you, Nash. I am going to post the first rough cut of the video back here that you're looking at, and give you a little treat of, no, I don't want to give away, I don't want to give that away, I'll give this away. You can see this. All right. Yeah, I'm going to, the rough cut, because the rough cut versus what you're going to see released, you'll be surprised. And you'll see this rough cut before the color grading. And when you do watch the video when it comes out next week, I'll probably release it next Friday. It's pretty amazing. But again, it's already on my channel because I wanted to preview for somebody else that was, I had to get some permission on a few things. And so I made an unlisted video, or a private video, I think it was. But now I'll make it an unlisted channel. In fact, I will post it within an hour on our server here. So if you want to see it, you're going to have to become a member of the UFO Bob Discord community. And I guess that's enough. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you all in the future. This is UFO Bob out.